everybody, welcome to Facebook Live, IG Live or TV. This is new for me. You know me from RGR 94 FM, from Parent to Parent. I'm Rebecca Harper, now actually Rebecca Finlayson, so rebranding. And I'm with Phill Edwards. I had the great pleasure of actually meeting you as my instructor for sociology and interpersonal communication. We're a dad in marriage, out of marriage. I'm a mom in marriage, out of marriage, so we have the same similarities as parents.
Absolutely.
And we have the balance of you being a father and I being a mother. And then we also have the background of communication. And I'm actually studying to be a social worker here in Canada. So
I guess what really brings me to the table, though, is I've been a foster parent for about 7 years.
yeah.
And I've been a foster parent of boys only. I know foster parenting of girls would be a whole nother nature.
I bring the girl aspect.
Okay. But the majority of my young men who I fostered are between the age of 12 all the way up until they hit 18, and then they call what they say is aged out. And they moved from my home, but they're still in my life.
Yeah.
And I have two biological sons of my own. I'm a lot older than I may look. I've got a 21-year-old son.
It's a Jamaican gene, by the way.
Okay, yeah, well, I own it, yes.
Yeah, we all own it.
We own it.
It doesn't matter which gene, it's the Jamaican gene that make you look younger than you are. That's why I'm not say my age.
So my eldest son is 21,
Yeah.
and his younger brother is going to be 16 in August.
So this is an amazing dynamic as a co-host, because we are going to discuss parenting. And comment below, because we're still looking at name, aren't we?
We are.
Parent to Parent was Jamaica. That was in radio, and I think it's time we kind of do a Caribbean correct. But it's more than just Caribbean now. That's the whole joke.
We got international now.
What I'm learning coming up here is parenting is parenting. No matter where you come from, who you are, which economic status, because love is free. Love is free, and parent love is free.
Absolutely.
So, we have a lot of the same messages as parents.
True.
For example, give them our presence, not presents. And the best gifts we can give our children are the opportunities to succeed. So when you have the money, that's how you invest in them.
Absolutely.
When you have to pick and choose what we're going to spend on our children, be thoughtful on it. Because we don't all have money to throw away.
Very true. And they are definitely worth our lifestyle and our whole investment. So you're right.
And then the biggest thing about you is, and this is a connection I have with you, because even though you had, I hate that word at-risk boys. I hate it. I hate it. Boys that needed extra parenting.
True.
And I have a daughter who needs extra parenting because she has autism, which I now learned you can't get rid of, and there's no such thing as mild versus severe. It's you have autism. It's how well you hide it.
Right.
So that's again a whole different story, and we'll be bringing in a professional for that. But if we can parent children that need that extra parenting, and we can give that advice, trust me when I tell you, I think the best way to describe it is I use the same techniques on my daughter as I have with my two sons. It just works faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you take our techniques that we have used in our lives with parenting, extra parenting needed children, then these same techniques, if your child does not need that extra parenting, it just happens faster.
It just happens faster, yeah. No, I've had a lot of stories and experiences in parenting somebody else's child. And that is probably the number one challenge, I guess it would be the best word, that I've had over the years of being a foster parent.
And they use that, don't they?
Oh, they know.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad. They come with their own issues. Some children in foster care come because of things that they have done, whether they're rebellious to their parents or in conflict with the law. And some of them came because of actions of their parents. And so the parents may have been neglectful or incarcerated or whatever. And so you get so many different dynamics. And I tell every child, they all come with their own story. Yeah. I even have two children who are born to the same mother, father, my sons. They have their own story as well. And so it's a lot of people. There's no cookie cutter approach to this thing called parenting. Every child will come with their own ingredients, I guess.
Oh gosh, and, yes.
We have to put that recipe together and help guide them to adult state.
Let's look at cooking. You have a one pot color child, your child, and you have the fire how, so the environment could be the fire,
Very true.
and how you put the temperature up, and how it bubbles, and you have to kind of know when to turn the temperature down, and you are that chef of
Yes.
your child.
Yes.
And all we're trying to do is produce children to be good citizens in our society
100%.
and to make us proud, and they're not to be our pension plan, because we are going to discuss the sandwich generation. So this is exciting.
It is.
A lot of topics that I've been posting, and we want to hear about domestic violence, domestic abuse. So not just topics on us as parents, but us as adults, you as a man, I am as a woman. How do we handle dating as single parents?
Definitely.
And I'm curious about that, which we'll do another show. So this is all an overview of things that we're going to talk about.
Things to come.
Things
And
to come.
what your suggestions are
Yeah.
as well. Absolutely.
Definitely. So thank you for joining us on our intro show. This is, we're going to get it right, and lighting, and it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be fabulous.
It is.
I'm excited.
We are. I'm Rebecca Finlayson,
And I'm Phill Edwards.
and welcome to the show, and we'll see you next week.